Ignited Max YouTube channel. At this video we are going to learn about the elementary transformation, what are the rules and how we need to find the value of the determinant with elementary transformation. So please watch till the end so that the concept will be clear. Found the value of determinant with expanding method. While finding the value of determinant of 3 cross 3, we have expanded any of the row, any of the column, and we got even the same answer. By expanding it, we got the answer, right? Now a new method is announced in which it says that even we can find the value of determinant without an expansion method. So let's start with it. We are going to find the value of determinant by using an elementary row or a column operation. It says that elementary row operation or elementary column operation. It's written that way. In some of the books you can see that you need to find the value of the determinant with non-expanding method. In some of the books they says that we need to find the value of determinant with elementary row operation or the elementary column operation. So both the term is actually same. The same explanation is for both the question. So don't confuse with both the question. For this another method, for this another method. No, the answer will be same for both the question. Okay, so let's start with it. Finding it, we have some 3 methods. Okay, so let's start with by one. So our first method says that interchanging method. Interchange means either 2 rows or 2 column. In bracket is mentioned same. Okay, that's why I have written in bracket either 2 rows or 2 column. What to interchange either 2 rows or 2 column means we need to interchange 2 rows. R1 is interchanged to R2 and R2 is interchanged to R1. This is what means the interchanging says. Now at column, if you will apply, column 1 will be interchanged to column 3 and column 3 will be interchanged to column 2. So this is what the method says. We can interchange the row and the column. Okay. Now the second method. Announces that adding and subtracting method. Adding means addition and subtraction method. Either add the row, okay, either add the row or subtract the column. Even either you can add the row or subtract the column. Okay, so if we need to add the row, okay, so you can add like as R1 plus R2 plus R3, first row plus second row plus third row. Okay, over here R3 plus R2. So row 3 plus row 2. You can add both the term. Okay. Now next, R3 minus R2. We have subtracted the third row by second row. Even we can add or subtract the column also. Even I add over here column plus column 2 plus column 3. Okay, column 1 is subtracted by column 2 and both the term is subtracted by column 3. So the method 2 says that to add and subtract the row and the column. Now the method 3 is a scalar multiplication. Multiply with constant term for rows and columns. We can multiply with any of the constant term for row and column. We can apply it only for the row and column like this. Now the row 2 I am going to multiply with the constant term, that is k. What is meaning of this k? A k belongs to a real number. It can be of any number. It can be of negative, positive, even 0, right? Now 2 is a real number, so it can be multiplied with R2. 2 is multiplied with row 2. 3 is multiplied with column 1. 4 is multiplied with row 1. 4 is multiplied with column 3. Now the actual doubt arises that what is the use of the method 1, method 2, method 3? What is the need of studying it? So don't worry about it. We are going to do an example so that you will understand where we need to apply it. So after applying it, then the doubt will be clear and even you can do the sum very easy. The example in which we need to solve it. The question is given to solve it. The determinant is given and the value of the determinant is given as 0. So we need to solve as like left hand side is equal to right hand side. So left hand side value is this one and we need to get the value as 0. But how we will get it? By using some of the properties plus the elementary transformation. We are going to use both this term for proving the value is 0. Okay, P means a property and ET is nothing but the elementary transformation in which elementary row operation and elementary column operation we are going to go through it. So by using the properties, I have already posted a video about the properties, but here we get a small recap of it. Okay, I need to get the value 0. So now this property 1, if I will watch, then it's not at all any related with it. And property 2 also, it's not having any relation with our question. But if property 3 says that if any two rows or column of the determinant are identical, then the value of the determinant is 0. See, the question also says that we need to get the element 0. Only one property says that if any two row to get the value determinant as 0. So if we need to get that any two rows or any two column are identical. Identical is nothing but the same term. If any two row or the any two column, if we will get the term as same, then the value of the determinant will be 0. So we are going to use the property 3. Now here is the hint of properties that we are going to use the third property. Now at elementary transformation we can use both the terms, either elementary row operation or elementary column operation. So it's up to you. Now I'm going to see the relation, how I can do the terms. Okay, here I can see the term 101, 202 and 303. Here is something related with the 100 terms, 100 related terms. Now at row 1 and row 3, if you will watch the term carefully, then the value is 101. At row 3 it's 1. So 1, 101, 1. Here see 202, 2. 303, 3. Just relate with the each and with rows, either two rows, okay, or either two columns. Relate the term with the two rows or two column. Now so I'm going to do the operation for row 1, that is row 1 minus row 3. If I will operate it, then I will get the answer as this one, right? Now again I'm watching it. Now this is 100, 200, 300. This is the 100 multiplied by 2. This is 100 multiplied by 3. Now I'm getting that this whole term is multiplied by 100. That is row 1 is multiplied by 100 into 1, 100 into 2 and 100 into 3. Right? See, 100 into 1, 100 into 2, 100 into 3. So it's related with the 100. Now I'm going to take the 100 from the whole row 1. If I will take the 100 as the common term, then I got the answer as 1, 2, 3. In over row 3 also I got the answer 1, 2, 3. Now even we got the answer property 3 by using the property 3. Property 3 says that if any two rows or any two columns are identical, then the value of the determinant will be 0. Then the value of the determinant will be 0. 100 into 0 is 0. This is how we are proving it. When the question came, your brain will be too blank that what all things I can use it to prove it. So I split it in two ways, that is by properties plus elementary transformation. So by getting the value 0, I thought that by using the property 3 we can prove it. But how I can prove it? How I can take the two row or two column as common term? So for that I am done some of the operation. Okay, row 1 minus row 3 and I took the 100 term as a common. By using sum of this term, I got the answer as 0. So 0 is nothing but RHS. Right? Now let's take the other example. At the example, they have given the term, okay, over here, and the determinant value is given as the 0. So if 0 clicks, then the property 3 also clicks, right? Because the property 3 says that if any of the two rows or two columns are identical, and the value of the determinant will be 0. So we need to prove that LHS is equal to RHS and we need to get the value as 0. So the property 3 is the only way. Property 3 is the only way. If you are not understanding, please go through the description link. I have already posted a video. I have given a brief explanation about it. So please go through it. Now I am going to do some of the operation. Okay, row operation or column operation, and I am going to solve the sums. Now if I will watch carefully, then I am seeing that all the 300 base terms are over here, right? All the 300 base terms. Above 300, that is 312, 13, 14, 315, 16, 17, 318, 19, 20. It's correlated with something, right? 12, 13, 14. Okay, 12, 13, 14. Now 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Here one number is adding, here two number is adding. Here one number, here two number. Here one number, here two number, right? So it's based about a column related transformation. So I'm going to do the operation column transformation. Okay. So at column 2, I'm going to subtract by minus. Column 2 will be subtracted by a column 1. Okay. And column 3 will be subtracted by also column 1. Okay. Now let's see the relation. Column 2 will be subtracted by column 1 and column 3 also subtracted by column 1. If I will watch over here, then each term will get 1 and each term will get 2. So column 2 and column 3 is almost identical, but the only problem is this 2. So I am going to take the 2 term as a common from the column 3. If I will take the 2 term as the common term from the column 3, then I got the answer as like this, which says that column 2 and column 3 are identical. Now I got the proof that if any of the 2 row or any of the 2 columns are identical, then the value of the determinant will be 0, and we got the answer as 0 is nothing but the right hand side. This is how we are proving the value that left hand side is equal to right hand side. I'm giving a small tip for you in which you can utilize while solving the other sums too. So here your home is there, okay, and you need to go to the school, right? You are having an infinite number of ways to go to the school. Here the school doesn't announces that you need to go by only this method. No, you can go by infinite number of ways, right? The same procedure is applied over here. The same tip is applied over here, that you need to solve the sum, right? LHS is equal to RHS you need to prove. Here there is no any rule that you need to do only this row transformation, only this column transformation. No. Over here I have done by column transformation, here I have done by row transformation. So even you can do by your own step, but the calculation should be perfect. Calculation mistake, then the answer will be not perfect. But if your property is perfect, if you are using the perfect transformation, then the calculation is perfect, then you will be the best and you will get the perfect answer. Okay, so let's start to ignite it. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this Ignited Maths YouTube channel, then don't forget to subscribe it.